Thank you for joining today's episode of Worldly Time's web design mini-series, in which I'll be showing you guys the foundation of customizing and structuring a website. So for today's episode 2, I'll be showing you guys how to organize the placements of your gadgets and widgets on your home screen on your website or web page. I wanted to reflect back on episode 1 and how we went through the provided themes and just kind of scroll through them as we did before, just to kind of refresh your memory a little bit. And then we can move on to the customize button options from when I showed you how to restore and back up those same themes, which is really important, just in case you do like what you created and, things like that. Now we can go ahead and move forward and actually press the customize button, where we went over the page text. For the last episode, we went over the blog title, we went over the post section, in addition to the attribution section. So we're going to just scroll through those. I'm just going to give another little refresher on a piece of episode 1 before we actually move on to the foundations, or at least the learning path of today's episode, which is organizing and placing the widgets and gadgets on your home screen of your web page, website, maybe even a post or a social media post, pretty much. I'm going to get out of that, and we're going to actually preview the blog so we can do a little before and after. So we're going to see what it looks like before, and of course we're going to see what it looks like after we're finished going through our gadgets and widgets and placing them on our homepage. Once we get to the layout section, you'll see me scroll through the page so you can see the categories in which you could put different gadgets and widgets in. You'll see attribution, the page body, ads, the page list, the sidebar bottom and top, the header, in addition to the search menu area. You'll see me circling the sidebar bottom area, and what we're going to do is add a gadget to that area first. I'm also going to scroll through the gadgets so you can see the different things that you can apply to your blog and website through this area as well. So just take a second to look through those options. And just for more clarity on how a gadget works and what it is it's pretty much a software tool that's interactive. It's a widget, and pretty much you just place it in the blog sidebar, the footer or header, or just add to the different dynamic of features, which of course we'll end up seeing include the search bars. And if you wanted to add more, it could be an archive list, profile, AdSense blocks, or just adding AdSense, which is monetization, which of course we'll reach later on in the episodes. And I'll show you how to do all of those good things. But that is pretty much what a gadget does and how it operates. After we finish scrolling through the gadgets, you'll see me locate the image widget that is, in the gadgets category. And what we're going to do is go ahead and configure that image. We're going to go to my notepad, and we're just going to do a quick little copy and paste. Also, this makes it just a little bit easier for me. So you'll see me refer to my notepad quite a few times within this whole entire episode, but also it just, makes everything a little bit easier and organized. So once we copy and paste our title for our image to our blogger, we're going to go ahead and navigate and locate the image that we actually want to place in there by going to the upload image from computer. And we're going to locate our Electra image from our files. And we're just going to go ahead and put that within Blogger. One thing I also wanted to show you is our save button, our preview button at the bottom, and our close button. So you'll always see our flip disk, which is our save. You'll see the eyeball, which is preview, and our X, which is closed. So after the widget is saved, we're going to go ahead and preview our blog and look at our newly customized widget. We're going to now head back to Blogger, and we're going to go back to our widgets, and we're going to scroll through that. And I want to put a translation on my page just for anybody who, does speak a different language or is able to read in a different language. I want to go ahead and do that section. And I'm going to put our translation or our translator widget in our header section of, our layout. So you'll see me just drag that over there. So let's go ahead and place that where it needs to be within our header. And once we save those changes, we're going to go ahead and preview it one more time. So now you'll see on the web page that you'll see pick your language, and you'll have a drop down box of the different languages you can pick. As we head back to Blogger and navigate to our layout section, I want to scroll down just a little bit and go to our page body, and I want to modify our featured post. So go ahead and press that pencil button off to the side, and we can go ahead and configure that. You'll see me go to my notepad as well and do a little quick copy and paste, but we're going to name our section the weekly spotlight, and we're just going to go back to Blogger, and we're going to actually paste that in there and go ahead and save that. So as we do save it, you'll see me go ahead and preview, what it looks like now, and you'll see exactly where weekly spotlight is, and you'll see exactly what we're going to do with that section later on. Once we finish previewing our new changes to our website and blog, we're going to navigate back to Blogger and go back to our layout section. And we're just going to scroll down and head to our footer/attribution section. And I want to do a copyright that says Worldly Times Web Design Mini Web Series. And we're just going to do our little copy and paste method again. And we're going to go back to our Blogger and just paste that right up in there and go ahead and save those changes. Once those changes are saved, we're going to go back and preview what it actually looks like on the actual website. So I'm going to go ahead and press preview, and we're going to just scroll down and we see what it looks like with the copyright and head right on back to Blogger. So once we've added our new attribution towards the footer area of our webpage, I want to go back to Blogger, and I would like to do another widget within our attribution. So go ahead and go to your widgets, just in case you are following along. And I want to go ahead and go to the subscription links, and I'm going to do our copy and paste method from our notepad. And we're going to just copy and paste that. So let's go ahead and copy, and we're going to head back to our Blogger and go ahead and paste that there. Let's go ahead and save that. And then once we save it, we're going to place our newly made widget in the footer section of our, layout area. So let's go ahead and place that. And once we do, we're going to go ahead and preview it. Finally, see me scroll all the way down, and you'll see the changes that we just made. You'll see where I ended up doing our copy and paste, where it says click here to subscribe and experience the episodes to come. And you'll also see options where you can view all of the posts and all of the comments that, are made towards that post as well. It's looking good to me so far. So we're going to go ahead and head back to our Blogger website, and we're going to go back, of course, to our layout section, and we're going to do another gadget. And I would love to place this one at our top sidebar. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think I'm going to choose a text this time. So let's go ahead and navigate back to our notepad, and we're going to do, again, our copy and paste method. So let's do that. And we're going to copy it from our notepad, and we're going to paste it right on Blogger, as you'll see me doing now, and we're going to save it. Once the widget is updated and saved, of course, we're going to do our normal routine. We're going to go ahead and preview our changes. So let's go ahead and load up our actual website, and we're going to go ahead and see what that looks like. Now that we're finishing up with our newly creation of a gadget, I want to bring this whole entire page together with what we already created. So I want to go ahead and navigate, or show you at least the idea that I mentioned earlier, which was dealing with the weekly spotlight. And we're going to go ahead and publish the post here that I've already created for us. And we're going to go ahead and see, once we do that, what it all looks like, what type of creation we created. And let's look at our newly created baby. As we preview the finalized details on our website, this will now conclude today's episode number 2, and I'm so freaking happy with the progress that we made yet again today. So thank you for joining Worldly Times Web Design Mini Series, and I hope to see you on the next demo.